Good morning. Welcome to Pastor John's Fireside Chat. It is Friday, August 21st. I hope that you're having a great day. Our devotion today is from the book of 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel deals with the story of King Saul, but a lot of it deals with the story of King David. Saul was an unfaithful king, so God took the kingdom from his hand and he anointed David to become king, which we're going to see actually takes place in 2 Samuel. But in 1 Samuel chapter 17, where we focus our attention today, it is the wonderful story of David and Goliath. I'm going to set the tone for you. The Philistines have a champion named Goliath. He is massive, and every day he would come down into the valley and he would taunt the Israelite army. And he would say, hey, there's no reason for all of us to fight. You just choose one man from your army to fight me. If he beats me, we will be your servants. If I beat him, you will be our servants. They're afraid to death because no one wants to take on this giant Goliath. And then we're introduced to King, or the future King, David. He's just a young boy at this point. He goes up to check to see how his older brothers are doing in this battle, and he hears Goliath. And so David says, and this is 1 Samuel chapter 17, starting in verse 26, David asked the men standing near him, what will be done for the man who kills this Philistine and removes this disgrace from Israel? Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? His older brothers are not happy with him. They think he's there just to cause trouble, and they chastise him. The king, King Saul, hears what he's saying, and so he wants to arm him for battle, because at least there's going to be someone who will fight this giant. But the king looks at him after a while and says, you can't do this, you're just a kid. And David says, no, I can, and I'm going to, because God is the one who's ultimately going to be fighting the battle. So if you're familiar with the Bible and this story, you know David doesn't even have a sword in his hand. He has a sling with 5 smooth stones, and he goes out to meet this giant with a helmet on, a big shield, a spear whose point is about 15 pounds, just the point of the spear. I mean, this guy has a large sword in his hand. He is a formidable opponent. And here's this little boy running up to him with a slingshot in his hand. David said to the Philistine, you come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will hand you over to me, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. As the Philistine moved closer to attack him, David ran quickly toward the battle to meet him. He swings his sling, he shoots his rock, it hits him right in the head. He goes down dead as a doornail, and then David cuts off his head and he triumphs over the giant. It is an incredible story of victory. It is not, however, a story that is meant to say, we need to be more like David and fight our giants. Because the truth is, this is about Jesus. David is a picture of Jesus Christ, not of us. You know who we are in this story? We're the army of Israel, scared to death, hiding in our caves, afraid to fight the giant. We need someone who will do it for us. Last devotion, I talked about the kinsman redeemer, the one who would rescue his people. That's what David is here. He's rescuing the entire army of Israel by defeating a giant too powerful for them. And that's what Jesus did for us. And he defeated someone a lot stronger than Goliath. He defeated the king of darkness. He defeated evil personified in the person of Satan. And he did it for you and for me when he hung on the cross and rose again on Easter morning. Jesus died and rose again so that we could have his victory and share in new life because of what he has done for us. I hope that you would remember that David the king is a great guy, but he's not us. He is a picture of the greatest guy of all, and that is Jesus Christ, who continues to win victory over the giants that confront us because he loves us and he's promised that he would be there for us. The bottom line is, as you go through life, remember, the battle is not yours. The battle belongs to the Lord, and he will give you victory. Have a great day.